Hi, it's Jennifer with Only in Sedona Yoga. Welcome to our Sober Saturday live stream. If it's your first time here, what this is about 30 to 45 minutes of gentle restorative yoga, followed by a guided body scan meditation. And I do all the announcements at the beginning because once I get started, I just want to guide you and otherwise be quiet so you can get into the meditative experience. So, what I invite you to do now is please get comfy. Pajamas are highly recommended. You can actually do these flows in bed if you feel so inspired. Make it a little celebration of you. Light some candles, treat it like you would treat it like going to the spa, getting a massage. As far as announcements go, everything you need to know is really in the description of this video if you'd like to come out and see us, if you're planning a getaway, if you're looking for virtual instruction, anything like that. All the good stuff we have to offer is on our websites, onlyinsedona.com, talktothemat.com, and in the description of our video, including where you can come stay with us on Hip Camp. Um, and it is Memorial Day weekend, so let's just take a minute. I know that in United States, Memorial Day weekend is kind of the unofficial start of summer vacation, but that's not the true intent of this holiday. And with all the conflict and divisiveness in our world today, I think now, especially on the sacred weekend, it's a really good time to take a moment to reflect and be very mindful as we go through our flows today of how we approach conflict. Um, and how we can do so a little bit better, how we can be more compassionate, how we can listen better, and come together instead of always having to assert our will and have conflict become explosive. How can we diffuse it instead? How can we be peacemakers? I think that's the best way to honor all those who have given the ultimate sacrifice, including the man I love, who is a veteran. Um, of course, he's still very much alive, thank goodness. But yeah, just take some time to reflect on that as we talk to our mats. So with that, let's go to our mats. And let's start by just taking a minute to sit. Take an easy, comfortable seat. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath or two as you mentally enter your sanctuary of yoga. Become aware of your physical self, where you're at, including mentally and emotionally, and don't ascribe any judgment. Just observe where you're at. Take another deep breath or two. And let's just start to move. Let's get a little motion in our body, but do so slowly and mindfully. Tuning into your lower back here in particular and your hips as you just rotate it out a few times one way and then we'll go the other. Sit up nice and tall. Let's start with a few twists just to warm up our spine a bit. Place your hands behind you. Elongate that spine. Take a deep breath, inhale. And just very gently twist. You can roll out the wrists if you want. To which side of whatever leg is in front. And once you get here, just breathe into this easy twist. If you feel so inspired, you can bring up this back arm. Feel the stretch down the whole side body. And come out of this. Just switch the direction of the cross of your legs. Take another nice deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, twist to the other side. You feel so inspired, this back arm can come up. And coming out of this one, we're going to go into our first pose that we'll be holding, our Janu, or single leg forward fold, placing the palm of one foot against the inside of your thigh. I like to use a bolster here to kind of help me keep my back straight, but feel free to fold over. Feel free to use a strap. Please take the variation of each of these poses that feels right and natural and good for your body. Your goal is relaxation, not necessarily getting more flexible. So work into a passive hold that you can focus on your breath for a minute or two in each pose. Take one or two more breaths here, please. And from here, we're going to turn towards the bent leg. We're going to come into our pigeon or sleeping swan. A third option is deer pose. The ankle may be in close to your hip. You may choose to take it out wider. You may choose to take this leg out into a deer pose. Take one or two more breaths here, please. And coming up out of this one, before we go to the other side, we're just going to explore how that feels. Maybe windshield wiper. Sorry, sleep. Maybe press up into a reverse tabletop. Introducing any movements that feel natural. Just exploring how that feels in your body. And we're going to take that single leg forward fold or Janu to the other side. Take one or two more breaths here, please. And as you transition from this, you'll just turn the other way, taking that pigeon, sleeping swan, or deer pose to the other side. Take one or two more breaths here. And once again, as you gently come out of this one, take any moves that feel natural as you check in with yourself. We're going to go flowing through a slow series of postures for our spine. Come into a kneeling position. You can place both hands on your heels and pop yourself up into a little camel, or you can take a little half camel with one arm. As you come out of this, give me 2 or 3 slow cat-cows. And then come into a plank. You can drop your knees if you like. Chaturanga down. And come into a little cobra. Just kind of look over each shoulder here for a few breaths. And then gently push yourself up and back to child's pose. And then return to kneeling. And take that half camel or camel. If you're taking the half camel, go on the other side. And as you gently release, take a few cat-cows. And then come into your plank. You can drop your knees if you like to chaturanga. Either way, come all the way down. Let your belly rest. Little cobra, elbows stay bent. You can look over each shoulder. Tune into the low back. And push back to child's pose. And return to kneeling. Let's try that sequence one more time on each side. So push yourself up, half camel for a breath or two. Gently come out, cat-cow. Come into your plank. Drop knees if you must, or just chaturanga. Belly rest. Cobra for a breath or two. Before pushing back to child's pose, spread the knees wide. And return to kneeling. Last time, last side, start with that half camel. Come on out of that for some cat-cows. Come into your plank. Chaturanga. Taking cobra. And pushing back to your child's pose. We're going to hold this child's pose for a little longer. So find a good expression, hold and breathe. And take another breath or two here, please. And then come up to sit in a kneeling position. We're going to do some upper body stretches, release, before we go down and lay on our back. Open your arms wide. Bring your right arm out. Wrap your left arm around. And give me eagle arms, fanning open the back for a few breaths. Coming out of this open wide, you won't see me for a second. You do not need to turn. Your right arm is going to come out. Left arm comes behind. If your fingers touch, that's fine. If you'd like to use a strap, that's fine. If they don't touch and you're somewhere like this, that's also fine. Open wide with your next inhale. I'm going to turn again. Again, you do not need to turn. Time left arm comes out, right arm wraps around, eagle arms. When you're ready, open wide. Left arm comes up. And again, if they touch, great. Does not matter if they don't. And gently release. We're going to lie back next. Although you may wish to stay lying on your side, we're going to take our half saddle. If you'd like, the palm, or the top rather, of this foot can just bend back. However, if this is too much for you to go into this, if this hurts your knee, lie on your side, pull back. You can also lie on your belly and hold your ankle, or use a strap. Either way, find the expression of the pose that works for your unique body, and focus in on your breath. Take 1 or 2 more breaths. Mindfully let that blood work back through that leg. And we're going to take a single leg hamstring stretch on the same side. Bottom knee can be bent, leg can be extended. You can use a strap to grab the toe. Any variation that works for you. And at any point, you can choose to open this out to the side or keep it straight. And when you've had enough, release that. Check in with that leg. We're going to get that half saddle on the other side. One or two more breaths here, please. And take your time, letting the blood flow through that leg. We're going to do that single leg, supine, hamstring stretch, any variation you like. Take one or two more breaths here. And then release. Check in with that leg. We're going to do two more poses. Bend both knees. Start by crossing like you're in an office chair. And then hug your knees into your belly, taking the outside of your feet. Supine shoelace. Hold and breathe. One or two more breaths. Now moving into a twist. By returning to that cross-legged position, you can do twisted roots by keeping your legs crossed and allowing them to fall, or you can bring them parallel if that's a little easier on your low back. You can also use a bolster to catch your knees. Take one or two more breaths here. Before gently coming back to center, uncrossing, checking in. Before taking that to the other side, starting with that supine shoelace. One or two more breaths. Before returning to that cross-legged position, remember you can take twisted roots or uncross the legs. Either way, go into a supine twist for your final pose before our meditation. One or two more breaths. And as you come out of this pose, I invite you to take your final resting pose. You may choose to take Shavasana, perhaps placing a pillow beneath your knees. You might choose to curl up in an alternative resting posture, or even take a seat. Cover yourself with a blanket, as your body does tend to cool during deep relaxation and meditation. Tucking yourself in the way you would a child. Checking in once more with how you're doing. Perhaps observing the difference now between where you started and reminding yourself that you are in your sanctuary of yoga, where you are safe, you are protected, and you are loved. So see now to your ultimate comfort, and then draw your awareness to the natural pace of your breath. You may find that the simple act of observation begins to slow down your inhales and exhales. And when you feel ready, start to consciously control them. Breathing in for a count of 5 and exhaling for a count of 5 or 6. Take a few moments to come home to yourself and focus on your breath. And then draw your awareness to the base of your spine, to the area between your sit bones, to your entire base chakra. Feeling yourself connected to the earth. Perhaps visualizing kissing this area with a healing red light. Moving up through your chakras into your low belly. Sensing the organs of the low belly. Sensing an orange light. Healing and aligning all within. Moving up between your navel and solar plexus. Sensing a warm yellow healing light here. Cleansing, purifying with each breath. To the center of your chest, your heart chakra. Sensing a warm green or pink glow. Filling you up. Cleansing. Allowing your love to grow. And spread through each cell of your body. To the base of your throat. Visualizing a warm teal colored healing light. Cleansing your tongue, cleansing your words. Making them words of kindness always. To the space between your ears, behind your third eye, sensing the deep indigo space, the mysterious space within. Healing, putting your mind at ease. Resting in this comfortable indigo light. And then moving to the crown of your head. Visualizing it filling you with a white light. Opening your crown chakra. And allowing the healing light of the universe to pour within. Cleansing each of the trillions of cells in your body. Sense your hair and scalp. Curl awareness around each ear. And the base of your skull. Allowing the space between your eyes to relax. Sensing your temples. And allowing all the tiny muscles behind your eyes to relax. Relaxing each side of your jaw. And moving down to your neck and shoulders. Allowing your shoulders to fall away from your ears if they haven't already. Sense your upper arms, elbows, forearms, and wrists. Sense your palm and each of your 10 fingers. See if you can sense where your fingertips end and the space beyond them begins. Draw your awareness down to your hips, your thighs, front and back, your knees, lower legs, and ankles. Sense the soles of each foot and all 10 of your toes. Can you sense where your toes end and the space beyond them begins? Breathing now into the whole of the physical body. Allowing each inhale to fill you to your fingertips, to your toes. And with each exhale, letting go of any last bit of stress, negativity, or worry. Continuing to breathe here into the body. You may wish to end the recording right here. As you gently count your way back from a chosen number. And simply be that spot of awareness, one with your breath. If you'd like to return to the world and continue with your day, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. You can blink your eyes open. Introduce any gentle movements that feel right and natural. Check in with yourself one last time, allowing yourself to language in this deep sense of calm, of inner peace and serenity, and carrying this sense of serenity forward into the rest of your weekend. Thank you for sharing this sacred time with Only in Sedona Yoga. Have a safe rest of your Memorial Day weekend, and namaste.